And this is very important. Go ahead. Therefore, we are proposing Dharma Wiki. So Dharma Wiki has been created by Professor Ganesh Ramakrishnan and Shri Abhishek Pandey from Ashish Pandey, professor from IIT. Both of them are IIT professors, and they have been working to create an alternative to Wikipedia. And as Sir just mentioned about Twitter, Facebook, social media platforms, so I think it is time that all the intellectual giants in the IT sector in India must come together and work on creating our own platforms across all levels. So therefore, existing alternative to Wikipedia may be seen as biased and colonial references, but Dharma Wiki is unbiased scholarly references. Maybe there is hostility to other communities and there are native traditional narratives. In Wikipedia, one may be highlighting fault lines and conflicts, but Dharma Wiki promotes integral aspects. There may be distortion of primary sources, but we have to discern the faulty translations. There may be language bias because Sanskrit is not easy to understand, but we have to enforce non-translatability. Go ahead. So, the important element of Dharma Wiki Yojaka is it's a platform to unite the Sampradayas, integrate into the mainstream, to bridge in the knowledge systems, to involve and employ new generations of scholars, and to set up learning centers for teaching the proper acharas exclusively. And we cannot expect a third party to understand our subtle principles and implement it. Next. So these are some of the core policies, as they say. As Wikipedia claims neutral point of view, this is Dharma point of view. And what are these? Rachana Saushthavam, towards diligence. Anuvadyata, non-translatability, very important. Integral unity of Sanatan Dharma, Moola Siddhanta Samaikyata, verifiability, Parikshanam, and based on Tantra Yukti, Tantra Yuktya Adhara, Desha Kala Vibhagavit. Next. So therefore, the Sampradaya Vishay, Purushartha Drishti, Bharat scholarly view, original Sanskrit sources, and knowing that many of our texts have no chronology or dating, all of these need to be accepted, and that's what this is trying to do. Next. For example, I am just comparing what is there in the Wikipedia about Ayurveda. Just see this quote on Wikipedia. I quote, "Today, Ayurvedic medicine is considered pseudo-scientific on account of its confusion between reality and metaphysical concepts. Other researchers debate whether it should be considered a proto-science, unscientific, or trans-science system instead." So this kind of information, what does it do? It creates lack of understanding of the ancient Shastras. Then on the other hand, in Dharma Wiki, what is mentioned? It is important to know that Ayurveda cannot be equated with conventional medical science, since modern medical science deals with diagnosis and management of diseases affecting only physical body or mind, whereas Ayurveda focuses on health of an individual who is not merely a physical body or mind, but a union of body, mind, and life energy. So Dharma Wiki brings in this principle. So what is doing? Ancient knowledge of the rishis is restored. Similarly, if you go in the philosophy section, you will see the difference. If you go in Varnashrama system, you will see the difference between how Wikipedia addresses it, how Dharma Wiki is addressing it. Right? So the Dalits and scheduled tribes who do not belong to any Varna are called Avarna. That is mentioned in the Wikipedia. And if you see in Varnashram Dharma description in Dharma Wiki, the principles of Varna and Ashram are founded upon the principles of Purushartha. These Purushartha together with Varna and Ashram sum up the entire principle of Indian culture. So this is ancient, inclusive, and holistic view. So like that, Moksha, Agnihotra, Indra, Dana, all of these are considered, and therefore these are some of the distinguishing features of Dharma Wiki. Go ahead. So go ahead. Proceed. Next. Yeah. So we are trying to integrate traditional scholarly views give strict Sanatana Dharma topics, believe that Sanskrit is vibrant and alive, and contemporary issues are addressed. It's a global platform for scholarly discussions, and we want to revitalize dharmic communities. Go ahead. Next. Yeah, so for those of you who are interested, this is the web page, dharmawiki.org, and the motto is the essence of the universe is dharma, aim is a common ground, and vision is dharma saramidam jagat. Universe is the essence of dharma. Go ahead, next. Go to next. One more. Yeah. So the Bhaktivedanta Research Center is also a library in Kolkata where we are preserving 25,000 literatures and manuscripts. And if any of you are aware that out of the 7.6 billion population on the planet, 31% are Christians, 23% Muslims, 16% agnostics, atheists, 15% of the global population is Hindus, 7.5% is Buddhist. But I'm very sorry to share that one of the few countries in the world where you cannot do a PhD in religion is India. Religious studies is available. You can approach religion through the emotional, devotional way, but other countries are also allowing approach to religion through the academic way. And religious studies is established in India, and American Academy of Religion has more than 10,000 PhD scholars. And every year they have conference in November where all of them come. But we find that we need to put an emphasis on masters and PhD in religious studies and give priority to humanity studies also, because today all the top talent in India, the highest IQ simply goes to engineering and medical and chartered accountancy and all of those professional courses. So moving forward, when we have some of the most intelligent people also going towards the direction of our ancient texts and tradition, then gradually we can make a transformation. Next. So this is some of our online library. And next. With this, I want to invite each one of you to do get connected to this entire process which has been initiated by Muralidhar Rao ji. Unless we come together and work on creating a transformation, that transformation is not going to happen automatically. So these are my email ID, gaurangadas@ecovillage.org.in, Facebook at Gaurangadas Official, dharmawiki.org, brcindia.com, and ecovillage.org.in. I'll end with a 1-minute video which you were showing before, that 1-minute video. So that video, why it is important is because we were for a starting method, Govardhan Eco Village one. That we were, we applied for a United Nations World Tourism Organization award in 2017.
Illiteracy,
yeah, one
malnutrition.
minute. So, as part of that, we had to submit a 1-minute video. And this 1-minute video, because it was digital, it captured the entire philosophy of what we were trying to do at the Govardhan Eco Village so well that I believe that this 1-minute video had a major role to play, that in that UNWTO conference in January 2017, Govardhan Eco Village, representing India, representing Bharat, got the UNWTO award in the NGO sector in 2017. And basically, Govardhan Eco Village is 100 kilometers away from Mumbai, and we believe in connecting the city to the village. We have tourism through our ancient yoga and Ayurveda, and when people come and spend the money there, we use that money to do rural development in more than 75 villages across. We are connecting the cities to the villages, and we want to transform the entire Palghar district. Today we are active in around 100 villages. Our goal is to do transformation of 1,008 villages in Palghar. So that's the whole idea which we are trying to do. I would like all of you to have a look at this video.
Malnutrition and lack of infrastructure. This is the story of Wada, one of India's most backward tribal areas. However, since 2010, Ecotourism has become a lifeline for this region. Govardhan Eco Village's sustainable development model, which is based on harmony with the self, the environment and the divine, has helped employ over 300 tribal families. More than 60,000 tribals have been provided free medical care.
मोठी बिंदीचं ऑपरेशन झालं मला आता चांगलं दिसतं.
30,000 free meals are provided to school children every day.
मुलं स्वतःहून शाळेत यायला तयार होतात.
Over 60 borewells have been installed.
पाण्याच्या सर्व अडचणी दूर झाल्या.
More than 300 families received training in organic farming.
आता पैसे येतात आणि बचत पण होते.
Govardhan Eco Village has transformed the lives of the most deprived communities in the world.
Thank you all very much to the organizers. Hare Krishna.